Praise the Lord, my brothers and my sisters in the Lord. I'm here today to minister to you and again to remind you, like we always do. Today I have a question to you. Who is ministering to you? What is ministering to you? The reason that I'm asking this is because we have so many events in this world today. All over the world, it has become a global event. And where there is an action, there is a reaction. And where you're seeing a reaction, there is an action in it. And so, the events are ministering as well as people and other words are ministering to you. We have the social medias and all these other medias that are ministering to you. We have so many words that are speaking unto your life. Today I'm asking you, which word are you choosing to believe? And which word are you choosing not to believe? Because all these things are ministering to you. My encouragement to you today is that don't let the experiences of others set limitations in your life. And I repeat again, don't let the experiences of others set limitations in your life. Where others cannot do does not mean you cannot do. Your strength might differ, the source of your strength. Some are doing in their own capacity, but you might be doing in faith, and this differs a lot. So, don't let the voices of others be your voice. Don't be discouraged. Every time that God is encouraging you, there is a high probability that you will face another force to discourage you. Take for instance, King David, when he was anointed by prophet Samuel, he was anointed for kingship. And when he was anointed for kingship, he had a path, a journey to reach this destination of kingship. And if he was a listener to men, he could not have reached his destination of being a king. The people close to you, they do minister to you because they feel like they know you more than you know yourself. They know you more than God knows you. This is a feeling that people have, those who are close to you. When David marched onto the battlefield, he had his big brothers that had experiences in battle. He had his big brothers who knew him from his childhood. He had his big brothers who could tell him what to do and what not to do. These are the kind of brothers that surround us. At times I call them destiny killers. If David listened to his brothers, he could not have made it to be a king. His brothers were hiding themselves behind a mountain in fear of Goliath. But when David courageously wanted to challenge Goliath, his brothers told him to go back to take care of the flock of his father's herd, because that is how they knew him. They compared him to themselves. This is what so many people will do, to compare you to their experiences. That is why I'm telling you, don't let the experiences of others set limitations in your life. They were not able to confront Goliath, and they were hiding themselves. Yet, David, who was given to go and challenge him, they were discouraging him. And they told him, we are soldiers. We are experienced in battle, and we cannot face Goliath. Whom do you think you are? Can you go home? Can you go back to our father? Can you go back to the sheep? Can you go back and bring us more food? Can you go back home? So many people have gone back from their destiny. So many people have walked back from their miracle, from their moment, just because they listen to people. That is why I'm asking you, who is ministering to you in your life? And who are you listening to and believing in? Those people that you listen to very much are the people that you will believe much. Those people that you think they know you more than you know yourself, they are the people who will distract your power, your miracle, your anointing, your breakthrough. These are the people that you need to be careful with. Not much about the enemy, but the people who feel that they know you much more than you know yourself. And even some think they know you more than God knows you. They don't know that David had been anointed. God used his servant, prophet Samuel, to go and anoint David for kingship. They were not among the chosen to be the kings, but David was the chosen to be a king. What God has chosen you to do, it is not a man who has chosen you in order to tell you what to do and what not to do. You're going to fail and you will not make it, and you start blaming God and you start blaming yourself just because you listen to people who kill your vision, who kill your dream, who kill what God has put in your life. So my simple question to you, who is ministering in your life? Some may tell you, Sarah, you are too old to conceive. But God sees you still a little girl who can conceive even time and again. The Pharisees could have told Peter, you are not learned to minister. You are not learned to cast out the demons. But in chapter 3 and 4 of Acts of Apostles, the Pharisees were amazed and surprised to see what Peter did to that man, the crippled man who sat outside the gates of the temple. It was not about education. It was not about qualification. Let me remind you, God qualifies those that He chooses. He doesn't choose the qualified according to the qualification of men. He qualifies those that He chooses. He did not choose the strongest of the soldiers in the king of Israel. He chose a shepherd to bring down and to humble Goliath to His glory. So, who is speaking to you? Who is ministering to your life? Who is trying to set limitations to what you can do and to what you cannot do? I'm here today to encourage you and to remind you to listen to God and to God only. Most of the people who surround you, they will even advise you in the influence of jealous, in the influence of envy. And when they encourage you, when they advise you, they will destroy what God has put in you. Learn to listen to God and learn to accomplish with the strength of God what God has put in you. In these days of these calamities, in these days of these chaos, in these days that people are, all over the world, we can hear of demonstrations, people looting, people doing all these things. These are reactions to an action. Wherever there is a reaction, there must be an action that proceeded. So, my brothers and my sisters, don't let this chaos minister to you. Don't let these medias minister to you. Don't let the words of impossibility minister to you, because what you believe is what you receive. So, my dear brothers and sisters, keep the flame burning, the flame of faith, and let faith minister to you. Don't let fear minister unto you. Don't let the words of limitations from men minister unto you. Be ministered by the word of God, not the word of men. Be ministered unto you by faith and not fear. And so, God bless you so much as you keep strong and don't let the experiences of others set limitations in your life. God bless you so much. I love you. This is yours, Pastor Martin, and Shalom.